Hi everyone, my name is Deidrie Wadsworth, the Miss St. Thomas Festival Queen 2022 host extraordinaire comedian the works, and I am here to tell you that it was an amazing experience to be here on Artiste Reasoning with Papa Michigan, the place to be here on YouTube. You don't know it got ready. So if you haven't subscribed yet, what you're waiting on, it's about that time. Select that subscribe button. Select the notification bell so you can keep up to date with all of the reasoning. Because we are reasoning, understand? Because life is about reasoning.
Yeah.
Reasoning the season.
Yes, the proper season.
Yeah, man. Real seasoning. Like we're talking about the time, we're not talking about powdered season. We're talking about picking from the farm.
Yes. No harm.
No harm.
Stay calm.
Stay calm and remember to hear the alarm. Because guess what? Our next video got drop soon.
All right.
You know what I say? Yeah.
So your video soon drop soon.
Yeah.
Right.
Hi.
What are you doing?
I'm doing great, and how are you doing?
I'm doing excellent.
Awesome.
Yeah, man, I'm glad I catch up with you. Miss St. Thomas Festival Queen
2022 in the flesh.
You want to tell us about it?
Sure, no problem. Where to start? What do you want to know first?
Before you go to the competition, just tell me a little bit about school.
Okay, sure, no problem. So I am a cultural and creative industries major specializing in cultural studies and writing and performing arts. School for me is more than just getting a degree because it's about being rounded. So I'm very involved. I play sports, football, table tennis. I'm very involved in performing arts as I'm also a professional actress. Wow. I'm a writer, creative director. I've done film, voiceover acting, so quite a few things. But at the end of the day, university is about the holistic development, finding yourself, self-actualization. And I'm at the number one hall, the El Saliani Hall, and
so
that's where it's happened.
So you're still the number one hall?
It is a number one. I know that in your time, in the many years before Towers was erected in 2012, other halls used to
be great.
Yeah, but then Greater was born September 1st, 2012, and continues to dominate the UE Mona space.
All right, that part is yet to be. Let's leave that part out of it.
Okay, no problem.
So it's a very expensive one, this, because she does a lot of things, and I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
But before that, tell me about your school, your high school days, before music and all of that stuff and acting.
Whoa. High school. So I went to the Arden High School. I believe it is an institution that allows you to truly discover talents and things about yourself that I never knew were possible. It's about being rounded. So at Arden, I mostly did the performing arts. I did drama.
Okay.
I did football, and then I played school challenge quiz. And because of playing school challenge quiz at high school, I later coached at Arden, went to Mona Prep, and now I'm at Shortwood Teachers College. So I've gotten the chance to expand. So high school days, I never used to go class. Yeah, I never used to go class.
Why?
Because I used to represent the school a lot. So even my POB teacher, my favorite teachers ever, Mr. Walsh would be like, "Oh, hi, visitor."
What, Mr. Walsh?
Yeah, he used to send me visiting class all the time, Jano.
So when the test time, what you get?
Test time, I'm not going to lie, it varied.
So Walsh, you see where you're going?
But at the end of the day, the CSET results were decent and the CAPE results were decent. So I thank God at the end of the day.
All right, my gosh. You see all of them things, Mr. Walsh used to fight our sister too.
Whoa! Yeah.
Not but she's a very determined girl. So now, why you feel so now you should enter the Festival Queen competition in St. Thomas?
Well, honestly, at first I was going to enter Kingston and St. Andrew from 2018. So my drama teacher, Miss Beadle, love her. She came to me and she was like, "Have you ever considered Festival Queen?" I was like, "No, I'm not a pageant girl, I'm a tomboy. What do you mean Festival Queen?" She's like, "Yeah, man, you should enter, think about it." And I was like, "Am I even Jamaican enough? Do I even know my country enough? Am I ready to take on this big step?" And she said, "You have time. It's 18 to 25. Think about it. But when you're ready, I'm here." So, time passed and I thought about it and I said, I'm going to enter the 60th year. I'm going to enter the 60th year, and that's 2022, and I'm going to go and I'm going to put in the work. And I told my teacher, and she was like, "Okay, this is what I really want to do, but I'm not entering for KSA. I'm entering for home." Because I spent a lot of my time. So I was born I grew up in St. Thomas for the first 6 years of my life.
Mhm.
Then I went into town, which is like the Bull Bay area, rural St. Andrew,
That's St.
and
Thomas.
Harbour Viewish, which is still some people's kind of St. Thomas.
Circumference.
Right, but I went to Arden Prep. Then I went to Arden High. So I never get to go to the Mark Bay High School. Like the nice, rich St. Thomas experience. Wow, Mark Bay High School, Carpe Diem, right now, me should have been one of them. It's love them, but Arden always, but I do love Mark Bay High School.
choose Arden.
Yeah, I love Arden, but I always choose Arden first. But Mark Bay High School,
Second.
creme de la creme. And I never got that experience. Then I moved back to St. Thomas in the latter parts of high school, and that's where I've been outside of when I live on campus. I was like, I don't fit into town, because town people say you're not really town, but then country people say you're not really country. So I'm never really
in between.
But I chose St. Thomas because I believe that my parish is so rich with just not the culture and the history, but the people, and we're always forgotten. Like with the big developments now, everybody's like, oh my God, St. Thomas is, but we've been it. St. Thomas been the parish. If it wasn't for like Paul Bogle, we would not reach here right now as a country when it comes to the things that would have government for true.
Yes.
And where we come from? St. Thomas. St. Thomas is just the parish. And we're finally getting that recognition. And I felt like I need to take that step too to show that everybody know me. I'm from St. Thomas. I'm a proud product of my beautiful parish. So I said I'm going for St. Thomas and not Kingston and St. Andrew.
You have to live in the parish before you can enter, right?
Right. So you have to be a minimum 6 months. I know for some persons, you're probably on hall for the 6-month period, so you probably decide to do Kingston and St. Andrew. But I've been in St. Thomas for half of my life, so.
There's any proof of address?
Yes, I live in a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful community of South Haven, Yalas. Yes.
So, all right. So to enter now, you have to fill out a form. And what are the criteria? I know address is one. Age?
Age, no, they've increased it, so it's now 18 to 30, which is really nice because you're seeing a lot more of our young ladies coming into the competition. So it's 18 to 30. You just need to be single, never married, and without child. And that's really it. And perks would be being culturally aware already, talented, well-driven, rounded. It's a good platform. And I would advise anybody who loves their country, this is a great platform to become a cultural ambassador.
So what months ahead you have to be there?
What?
Because I know August is when you have the Grand Gala, right?
Yeah, so let me tell you. So it depends. Every parish is different, but some parishes you might start training from April, some early May, and then most coronations start June. So I know for my parish this year, ours was May 31st, and the last show is June 29th. So that's a whole month of shows over the weekend. And then you have roughly a 2-week time period between the end of June to July to get yourself in order, because right after that you're going to be at Pegasus for 2 whole weeks. 2 weeks with all the other queens, all the other parish queens. You're living together. It's a beautiful experience. You have training, workshop, courtesy call, and you're just getting ready.
But that is when you win.
Yeah.
But before you win, though, you all congregate. How many females, ladies are there?
Well, once again, very dependent for parish. When I entered for St. Thomas, it was 9 of us. I know that for some parishes this year we're seeing 5 girls in the pageant, and in some parishes we're seeing 12. Because I know for KSA they normally have to shortlist the young ladies, so they get a large number of people and they shortlist and cut. But I'm really encouraging the other parishes where the numbers are really small. A lot of us who don't enter, we're afraid to take the chance for yourself. Just go there and apply. So the numbers differ, but at the end of the day, you can have the best experience with the small numbers.
The best experience
with the small numbers too.
And what they put you through?
All right. Once again, dependent on the parish. I have to say that just as a disclaimer, because I know every single parish operates differently.
Wow.
You have your rubric as to what every parish should do, but they know everybody has a different flair and style, so it's a bit different. But for the average, the basic guidelines, you have, because competition is split in 5. So you have talent. So you have a talent coach that would assist you in helping to make sure that you choose the right piece for yourself and that you practice till they get it perfect. Then you have walk and poise. So you have your coach that does walk and poise etiquette. They teach you even simple things like how to hold your handbag, how to sit, how to enter a vehicle, all of those queenly, all of those ladylike things. Your man will teach you those things. Then you have um, the question and answer. Wow, the bulky one. So you have your Q&A coaches. They want to ensure that you are well aware because it's about being culturally aware. You know what's happening in your country, in your parish, in the world. You have your own opinions. You're not afraid to share them. You're very vocal, eloquent, all of those lovely things. They help you in terms of speech, ensure that you're pronouncing the words properly. You know how to gesticulate, when to use your hands, when not to use your hands. They teach you all of that. And then lastly, we have it's kind of connected to Q&A, but for prejudging is a bit more relaxed. So, on the night of the show, you pick a question and you read it and you get no man. Prejudging is an interview style. So you're like hosting down here, you have the panel and they tell me about yourself, and you have a nice chit chat and they probably laugh, and that's the nature of prejudging. They also help you to prepare for that, because that's also where a bulk of the points come. For prejudging, this is how you know who is most culturally aware. From prejudging, in some cases they may delve into your community involvement. So what have you done for your community? And not just the community where you live, like for example, not just where I live in Yala St. Thomas, but my other communities, like the university space, the quiz space, the other things that I may do. How have I impacted my community? What impact have I left and will continue to leave? So that's the nature of the competition itself.
Building leadership,
building confidence, young women, creating platforms for us to also impact the lives of the people around us, because we get the chance to do a project upon winning. And even if you don't win, you're still free to execute your project, and you can use this JCDC platform to change lives. Pageantry is not just about the pretty dresses and the crowns and the bright smiles. It is literally a platform for your growth and your development, for you to really and truly step out of your comfort zone, for you to develop skills that are very useful, that can be transferred into the working world, soft skills that you need to make it through your day-to-day life. So I used to think pageantry was a horrible thing, because I used to think that you have to look a certain way and be a certain way. Not festival queen.
Not festival queen.
Festival queen, come as you are.
Oh, yes.
Festival queen is a pageant that is about the intellect, it's about the heart, it's about the passion,
confidence.
It's about the confidence, it's about how much you love your country.
Yes.
It's a beautiful platform, and I believe if you can enter, you should enter. You should enter.
Well, I'm learning. So take me through the steps now. Because you come out of your tomboy shell and you become a girl now, a female.
Right.
Okay.
A bit more girly.
So when your name was called and the 9 of you now, tell us about the judging when that time come now?
Whoa.
You bring back memories?
A lot, because they are prejudging. They had JCDC National Finals for drama the same day, so I was in Kingston performing up until 5 p.m. Same day, and prejudging started from I think 5 o'clock, and I was number 6. And I'm telling you, them time the construction was constructioning the road. I had to get a taxi. That I don't know how he did it, but he created a smooth road. I don't know how he did it, but he made me reach. And even in all of that state, we won so many awards today that it motivated me to go in that prejudging and give my all. I got
take us through the awards.
The awards today, we got a lot of awards. I think we got the best play in that category. Every single actor in the production got an award. Best actor, best open class actor, like everybody had an award. It was like 12 awards in total in one production. So it was sweet. Everything just went in and we took everything, and that motivated me when I was doing my prejudging. It helped me to calm down with all the nerves of the rushing and everything. And the judges were just so welcoming and they're so kind, and they made the conversation feel very relaxed. You know, you're able to just be yourself, and I just tell you that same way as I tell everybody. We're just having a conversation. We just want to get through this and so forth. So the prejudging was really nice. The night of the show now.
Wow.
Whoa.
So the prejudging was like how many days before or weeks?
Probably like 5 days before
That's what I
the
was thinking,
show.
a couple
Roughly,
days.
just a few days
Right
before the
there.
show.
Yeah.
And then the night of the show now, excitement galore.
Lot
Or
of people?
injuries.
A lot of people came out for the
A
show.
lot show pack
And where was this kid?
at Mark Bay High School.
I can't imagine.
Packed.
All right.
Packed. And
What age you were at that time?
I was 22.
All right. Continue.
Yeah.
The night of the show.
Night of the show. We're there now.
Where was the headspace?
It was nowhere never. That was my mindset. Is that you just have to go out there and do your best. Nothing else mattered at that point
All
in
right.
time.
I understand as an artist.
Yeah, you just have to go out there.
You have to face the music.
Yeah, you could have scared Satil.
All right.
Just go out there. So, we're in our gold frilly dresses.
Mm-hmm.
And we're dancing from into the audience to come in, and it's just the cheers, and it's just the fact that it's the first time that the audience is seeing you, the first time the judge is seeing you, which is very important. Never take that lightly.
Mm-hmm.
You're going out there, you're doing your best, you're dancing, dun 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 dun. Everybody trying to remember the routine, and we're just there having fun on stage. And when we came off, we were so excited that we did that together.
Yes.
Because unfortunately,
it sounds like fun, by the way. It was like bring it back. Nostalgia.
Yeah, no, it was lovely, and we really built a sisterhood with the girls that were there. I'm telling you. Then we come down, and it was time for us to do our introductions, and then they had some technical difficulties. Oh my God!
Yes. Microphone or sound?
Microphone.
Okay.
So we had to walk with a microphone on stage, and it was so awkward. I know your hands normally freed, and anyway, we passed through that. No talent, I will admit. I know my talent coach knows this also. I did not write my talent piece until the Thursday night. And the show was the Saturday.
Thursday, Friday. So you have one day to prepare.
Yeah. Let me tell you, I was having a creative block, okay, people? In my defense, I was trying, I was writing, I was trying every day, nothing would come. We had to work with the theme, and I just really wanted the theme to come to life.
Yes.
My talent piece was about me identifying the type of woman that I want to be. You know, who exactly am I, and what does it mean to be a Jamaican woman? What is our reality, and which Jamaican woman do I want to emulate? Who do I want to be? And that was the nature of the piece.
You care to share who you wanted to be?
Genuinely, one of my main role models now is Dr. Terry Carell Johnson. I've fallen in love with hosting over the years, and I have gotten the chance to witness her in her craft, witness her do what she does so flawlessly. And I know that for a fact it takes a lot of work to do what she does. She doesn't take it lightly. So even though she's talented, it's clear that she puts in the hours, she puts in the work, she puts in the time.
Yes.
And for that, I admire her. She's not just a talent, but she's also the reflection of hard work.
Yes.
And if there's somebody I would want to be for sure, professionally, it would be Terry for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. So
you wrote about her?
I for sure did, and she was in my introduction. She said a quote once. I had to dig through because I was like, I had to give a Terry Carell quote. So I was digging through, and I saw this quote that said, "Never be content with somebody else's definition of you."
That's true.
Dr. Terry Carell.
That's true.
I was just like, yes, this is it. This is it, because
that's her quote. And everybody use it. It is used all over. Continue.
Yeah, so when I saw it, I was just like, yeah, man, I'm gonna hold on to this. And even for me, Festival Queen was a transformative journey for me, finding myself. I suffer greatly from imposter syndrome, despite all the things that I express as I do, and will continue to do. I second guess myself a lot. Like,
you do?
Can I? Yeah. So it's something. Festival Queen was one of those things that helped me to embrace, to start, to realize that you can.
Yes.
And that's why I tell people it's good to take the chance on yourself.
Of course.
But I think the highlight for the night for me though, because I won best performance, by the way, which I thank God for all the time.
Your drama class in school helps you.
Big time. You see Joel Miller, Susan Beadle, and for the few months that I got to work with Mr. Fabian Thomas, Excellent.
So you just bring all of that.
All of that. Arden teaches you how to be very disciplined as a performer in performing arts. If you went to Arden, there is a different level of professionalism that you take on when you go to any space. Any space. So big them up.
Big up Arden.
Big up Arden.
Yes.
But yeah, the highlight for night for me was actually a question and answer.
I was just gonna say Q&A. I was just gonna say that. So take us through that.
I think I was the last person to answer. I the last of it because I remember it was at the end. That's all I can remember. And I pulled out the question. I don't remember the exact question, but they said it's something along the lines of naming 2 heritage sites in St. Thomas and how they can be used to promote tourism locally or something like that. So I say, all right, what 2 am I gonna use? And in the moment, because you read it once, you hand them the paper and they read it twice. So by that time you're done, I really have to start formulating in the head what I'm going to say.
Yes.
So I've identified the 2 areas, the 2 heritage sites that interest me. It was at a heritage site or what's what I'm looking for? Natural resources. I think it was natural resources.
Oh, natural resources.
So I mentioned Cow Bay, I believe that's the name, forgive me. Because that's like one of the largest harbors, natural harbors, and it's also a natural bathing beach, and it's a great place for tourists to come. So I was pulling on that, and then the second one was there is Orange Park, where a lot of Barrington Watson's art pieces are and other local artists. And the goal for the space actually was for it to be a space that local artists can come, create their work, exchange, like a nice creative mingling space. And I felt like those are 2 major spots because if you think about Jamaica, people come here for the waters. People come here for that livelihood, and then people come for the culture. They come for the art. They come for the people like the Barrington Watson and the Edna Manley and those persons. And we have those resources in St. Thomas, and people don't know that these things are also in St. Thomas. So that was the angle that I took it from. And I'm not gonna lie, I was part of that question and answer. And at that point in time, that's when I felt a bit more confident to say, okay, for sure, no, the crown.
This look like a me.
This look like you get culturally aware, you get most involved in community, and you get best performance. Those are the 3 main ones outside of poised. And I was just like,
question before you go any further. When the other contestants are answering their question, you get a chance to listen?
Yes, you're there and you're listening, and you all of us are on the stage, and I'm there and I'm listening. And one thing that I'm going to do is support. Even if what you're saying isn't making any sense to me in the moment, that doesn't matter right now. You're saying something and I'm smiling and I'm nodding like, that's my sister queen. You said that. And when you're done, you clap and you cheer them on. Because one thing I know we all are, we're all nervous. We're all up there shaking and we have to hold it together.
Have to be. You're on stage. But the thing about it, Big Boy asked you that. This is because how they answer their question. You know, so when you answer your question, you know, so you surpass them. That's what you're saying.
Well, I never really said that. But let me tell you, I was more confident in what I did.
Yes,
so I'll say that much. And I know that, especially for persons who are up there, sometimes it's so hard to get out of your head. But one thing that I have learned is in the moment, the queen that won my year, Veronique.
Don't go there so yet.
But I just go make reference to something that she said. She said that being anxious or nervous about things ruin things. So it's better, even if you're nervous, it's better just embrace the moment.
Of course.
She always says, there's a quote that she uses a lot where she says, do it scared anyway. So there's a first part about the fear, but do it scared. And even if you're scared, even if you're nervous, it's about embracing the moment and embracing the now. So I would always advise people, I know you're going to hear the other answers and everything, but the only moment that matters genuinely is when you look on that paper.
Yes.
And it's your time to open your mouth to give that answer in the mic. They could have given the best answers before. It never mattered before that.
Yes.
The moment that matters is the moment now. your question, your contestant XYZ, make the most of that moment.
And it's how you answer the question, right? All right, without being nervous and all of that.
And you can make mistakes, but a part of Q&A practice is one reason why you practice a lot. You're supposed to practice on your own also. So I should have said it's outside of that. Yes, we get our training and whatever, but you have to actively work outside of it. But when you learn, sometimes you learn how to correct yourself. You make a mistake, you might learn to say, well, rather, or or in other words, like you can learn how to catch or correct yourself in the process. But you'd of course not want to be in that position. But it's also about being quick on your feet.
Quick on your feet. So take me through this now. So after you finish that, and everybody stand there, and they're about to announce the winner. Tell me, what was going through your brain?
I did nervous. I never know if I did doing it. And it was the girl that came. So one of my friends, she was in top 5 with me, my friends from UA. And she was like, yeah, man, girl, you have this, man, you have this. I'm proud of you. And she a ball and she said, well, watch how you work so hard. I will go through so much together. I'm so proud of you. I say, yes, girl, yes. And even then, we still never take my win.
This was backstage before you come on.
Before we come on. And they called 3rd place. And then it was just the 2 of us left.
No. Not from backstage.
All of us are backstage. Nope, all of us are backstage. So they called us. I think it depends on the but pageant. I know that we were backstage for sure.
I thought you were all on stage and they called. No.
So after top 5, that was it. So they called because they put out the big chair for the outgoing queen. So she's sitting down and 3rd place get called. And then at that point in time, based on who else was left, my friend was saying, all right, me not in the top 3 again, but you win. I'm gonna say, yeah, sure. And then the girl will come second, look for me and say, you just have a foolishness.
Wow.
And then them call her for second. And it's in that moment now I go, left. Right. I tell you, say I never sure until literally I was literally the one left backstage.
Yes.
Despite everything, I don't know. I was
So when your name call now, tell me what happened.
Teeth. If you never know how much teeth me did have before, no. Because
give me the smile. Give me the smile.
I can't even remember the way I did nervous. Me just disappear. I just want to know how to feel, and then the beautiful part of it, and I don't know if it's clear in the audio, but during after I won and everything, and I came on and they put the crown on me, my hall, a lot of people in my hall was there, and they literally started to sing the hall song and pledge. The Towers Hall was outside.
Tears?
Hall song and pledge.
Tears?
There's a lot of emotion. I don't know which emotion I did not feel today.
I know.
Mommy was there also. I know that she was able to come up first, so her being there meant the world to me. It's the first time I had most of my family there for something major like this. My friends, my SSDM was also my sash sponsor, and I could see the glee in his face. Everybody just so happy, and me just so happy. And then it's like, I did it.
You did it.
Like,
you feel proud.
And it was a collective effort, because at no point in time can I say that I independently did anything.
No.
I had a support system. I had friends on hall. I had a friend who is an excellent pageant coach. His name is Zachary Williams.
Zachary.
Amazing. He helped me because for the national level, it was really just mostly him. And another friend, Sedena, who helped in my talent piece. It was just really them. And if it wasn't for them, I don't know. So I would always
pick up all of them.
Yeah. And then all of my pictures actually that I have from the night of the show was taken by my friend that passed away in 2023, Kareem. And I have no pictures with him because he took every picture the night of the show.
Wow.
So
rest in peace, right?
Yeah. He was like definitely one of my number one supporters throughout this entire journey. So
bittersweet, eh? So how was the walk? Bossiness, elegance.
it did need work for sure.
Tomboy?
Like no, I never did too tomboyish. I
No.
never did too tomboyish.
Yeah.
But I feel like, it did need a little bit more refinement, a little bit more time, and it would a little, a little bit more refined. But it was a work in progress, because I'm not gonna lie, as I said before, it's just one pageant I entered before that require walk and poise, and that was a few months before Festival Queen. So to be very honest,
yes,
I was never a heels girl until then.
Never heels girl.
But now I can manage myself a little better.
So what? So winning the competition, what the prize is? This plural.
Well, I do hope that if anybody sees this, you guys are more if you guys are, I guess, motivated to sponsor some more prizes for the St. Thomas Parish, because we had the lowest cash prizes, because most parishes most parishes my time was $10,000. Some did $15,000 for sectional prizes. We got $8,000 per. And then as a winner, outside of the gift baskets that you get, traditionally everybody get gift baskets from the main sponsor, the national sponsor.
Yes.
You get your Excelsior gift basket and so on. So outside of like the 2 gift baskets, I think that I got a 32-inch TV, which I'm grateful for, and that was it. And I don't want to seem ungrateful.
You're not seeing, no, you're talking the truth.
But what I will say is, entering a pageant, one of the things that upon reflection, I realized that the parishes, there's a huge
difference,
big time. So I remember my friend was telling me about how she got a laptop, she got multiple cash prizes, she get TV, she get resort for 2, and all these lovely things. And it's not a case where I'm saying that I'm deserving of those things, but it's more along the lines of, it would be good if there were more investors.
All parishes should have the same.
Yeah, and even if you have your own fair crowd, remember to say every parish is different, because
I know that
they go out and also get their sponsors. So you have to also give kudos to the parish teams. So they go out and they get their sponsors also. But I'm just hoping that the JCBC national office could just be a bit more invested, just a little bit more in insurance across the board. There is a bit more consistency. So you win this, yes, and we will ensure that all the queen them at least get this.
Of course, I agree with you.
But there are like huge gaps, and sometimes it can be very demotivating for young ladies looking on and be like, okay, so when we go into this parish and they're not investing in me versus our next parish, so we don't want that. But I was fine with the flat screen TV. See my friends right now though, and I'm sure he's probably using it right now. But
you're a queen, regardless of what the prizes are.
Yeah, because I think the experience for me, something I've learned even from like the school challenge quiz. There's so much glamour, and there's so much this, and there's so much that. At the end of the day, what you have and what they can't take away from is that title.
Oh gosh, they can't.
What they can't take away is from the experience and the journey. So at the end of the day, one of the main reasons why I'm not getting a lot really bother me was because I got the most important thing. I won the night of the show with my family and my friends supporting me. I'm getting the opportunity to represent St. Thomas at the national level. I think those were the things
you got
that mattered more than the prizes.
All right, you stick the pin right there. So now the national level now. Take me through that, because now you're Miss St. Thomas. How many weeks after, and what's the preparation was?
Okay, so leading up, I had like about 3 or 4 weeks before. To be very honest, my parish had expressed that at the national level there would be certain training there. So that's where I get bulk of the training for nationals. So separate from that, out of work with Zachary, as mentioned before, and then the question and the Q&A coach from St. Thomas was willing to do some sessions with me. So, and the former queen that won 2007. So those are the two. That was the help that I got going in. So that was the preparation. We had our photo shoots first week of July, where we got to meet all the other queens. Now this is when things get exciting. Now we're in Portland. Went to Trident Castle.
Nice place.
And everybody, as we step in, Miss Portland 2022 Renee, welcome to Portland, the beautiful parish. of Portland. Let me tell you about Portland and Renee. What I mean, warmth and hospitality. She was lovely, and then it was just nice energy, nice vibes. You get to meet everybody. That's when we started to even meant like friendships start to bloom, like we're getting to know each other. And then from us very early, I remember Renee again made this very clear. We hear about the bad blood that happens sometimes at the festival of Queen level because everybody answers for the crown, because it happens in pageantry, you know. Pageantry is cutthroat when it's ready. But she said, when them ready, pageantry can get rough. But she said something, and all the queens agreed. We have already won our crowns. And right now we're a sisterhood of queens. And what we're doing is, from this set, we're identifying 3 girls to represent us even further. 1 main queen, 2nd and 3rd place. Because when we're done, guess what? We're going to represent our parish. We're going to go back home to our reigning. We're going to reign anyway. Yes. We're still queens anyway.
Yes.
And I'm telling you, that those 2 weeks when we came back to spend with each other at Pegasus were magical. I would literally do it again.
Wow.
But I mean, we studied together. Yeah, we studied together. Me did sleep though. Them no fear for me did tired enough nights. Me go to bed. But studied together by the poolside. We'll look out for each other. We'll help each other with talent piece in the break time. I remember we'd like sit up, like right now if we have a little break, we're doing Q&A, and then say, okay, I'm gonna ask you a question. What you think about this? And them are right.
Such a camaraderie.
Yeah, because guess what, at the end of the day, you know, somebody going, you know.
Yes.
And nobody's not losing. Because at the national level, nobody loses. Okay. And also like, because everybody, all of us are queens, and naturally don't lose either. Because you do gain something from the experience.
So
it was beautiful, I'm telling you. Beautiful. And then we had the best house mother, Miss Lucien Suba. Love her.
Wow.
We had Michael Nicholson. He was, we call him Festival King.
Wow.
We had the Festival King. Imagine Festival King taking care of us. Beautiful. And then of course I have to big up Garcia and the team, but I'm telling you, blessings. It was a magical experience. Yeah.
So you see, all queens realize that regardless of what happened, we are still queens. So there's no need to fight.
No need to fight. None of that.
So now, so you're there for 2 weeks.
Yes.
And then the final night now. Oh, it go. But did you decide to sing or do you drama?
I did about the same piece, but it was directed a bit more. We had Karen Harriott and Dion Silvera as our talent coaches. So we for sure were sorted good, like top of the top.
Top of the top.
But the night of the show, nerves alone, I'm not gonna lie to you. It was nerves from the start till almost the end. I was so nervous. It felt so surreal. I couldn't believe that we were going through it like that. You see, by the time I'm supposed to do the introduction and everything, and I done my introduction, I come off the stage and I'm like, tonight is really the night of the show. Like I've never been that nervous before. And it was actually 2 of my sister queens, Sherry Gay Johnson, she's Miss Clarendon and she came 2nd overall, and Miss St. James, Chavez, they came and they literally had to like center me. And I felt so bad because we all had our pieces, like we were back to back. I think it was Sherry Gay, then myself, then Chavez in terms of the order of performances for talent. And they're just trying to like just get me in the frame of mind, because they're like, you got this. You need to just focus on everything. And I tell you, say after that talk, them man, nerves weird. Where were you nerves? Like them talk to my soul, man. Like after I go there, I do my talent piece, I give my all for my talent piece, I come back and I get ready for evening wear now, and I'm like, I'm gonna go there, I'm gonna kill it. And
so the Eagles was good now?
Yeah. Well, them time them turn supermodel. Yes. Nobody could have told me, say, even if I never look like a supermodel, nobody could have told me that I wasn't a supermodel that night. Yes, I step out and I go out there and I just said, I'm gonna have the utmost fun.
Mm-hmm.
and I'm just going to leave it on the stage because I'm feeling all of these nerves and it's unsettling.
Mm-hmm.
But why lose the moment now?
Yeah, why lose the moment?
So,
what I think trigger off that? Confidence. You start thinking. Cause when we perform on stage, sometimes when you have, cause you know, say you have good performers.
Yeah.
And when you buck up some good performers, sometimes your confidence level kind of just drop. So you need your manager now to come and say, listen to me.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's not better than you. Where there was somebody there to tell you that. So you got this.
The sisters, once again, this is I tell you, the girls were there for the girls are here for we're here for each other throughout. So that's what really kept me grounded. But I don't really think it was just a competition, like, because I knew the quality of the young ladies.
Yes.
I'm yet to see a pageant like ours in a while. Like, I'm telling you, the young ladies were amazing. So I already knew that the competition was close. So it was never that. I just don't know. I feel like everything just started to happen so quickly. I think I got my dress the day before. Certain things were falling out of place for me. So I felt maybe it was just the anxiety of everything just being so close and me feeling not as prepared as I want to be. But then it got better, and then it was time for the top 5.
That's what I want to know.
I had a top 5 in my head,
You were all holding hands or something like that?
Well, honestly,
this wasn't a backstage thing, Everybody was on stage.
No, backstage again.
Again?
Because at this point now, we know who is gonna be. We have an idea of who's gonna be in the top 5 for sure.
Yes.
Because at that point in time, the young lady that won, I think she got 3 of the awards, and we kind of have an idea of somebody that won. So we're just looking at the numbers and I say, okay, who would be in the top 5? And they called 4 names. And there was one name left, and I look and I see one of the girls I thought that was going to be the top 5. So I see her and I say, okay, well, the good run, you do your best tonight, actually. Even with the nerves, it was a good show. Deidrie Wadsworth, I say, what? Then time them I look how I say me.
So you was really that surprised?
I was so surprised because I'm telling you, there was a young lady that I honestly up to this point thought would have been in top 5.
Wow.
She did say that she had some difficulty at the prejudging. Because prejudging really makes or breaks it for sure.
Wow.
And she said she had some difficulty. So I had to just tell myself, it had to be that way. Okay, because I'm telling you, she's exceptional. So I said, okay, we'll make it to the top 5. And then I'm asked the question time now, and I don't remember the question. Up to now, I just remember my grammatical error, and I can't. I said the 3 qualities, something is instead of are. I would never forget that.
Oh.
But I think my answer, even if it wasn't the most solid, all I can remember in the audience is quite clear going, yeah, girl, are you answer that?
Wow.
Thank you. It really boosted me up in that moment. It made me feel like I was doing something.
Was that your hall?
No, man, they quite curious in the influencer, man.
Okay.
The host and the social media extraordinaire, the smart school tour. And yeah, man, in there because Michelle Charles, one of the MPs for St. Thomas, she was there and she was there with him, and she came and she also supported me. Because guess what, St. Thomas?
St. Thomas.
St. Thomas. I said, and also I love the feeling, and I'm telling you, when I don't answer the question and whether or not it did make sense, the audience that makes sense. The audience that cheer.
You think your school friend and come, everybody just come.
And so that's what they feel like at a point in time. But after a while, because I never had that many supporters at the national level.
Okay.
Had some difficulties, so my family could come and stuff like that. So, but I had my couple friends. And I had a couple people that I know from UA, and then 1 and 2 people from St. Thomas. And as the night progressed, the cheers got louder. Bigger. And people did just start support me whenever they'd come for support me originally. When the show done, a girl come and say, girl, I'm surprised you never place. I say, I love how you answer the question. I just smile and I say, thank you.
Wow.
I would say, wow. It was so nice. But it was a beautiful
experience.
Yeah.
Genuinely.
It was 10 out of 10. I was glad I entered that year.
Glad.
That was the year I was to enter. And I am forever grateful.
Forever grateful.
Forever grateful.
Thank you very much for man. This is an experience, and we don't know all of this because you carry us behind the scene.
Yeah, you have to big up JCDC
Big up
every time.
JCDC.
JCDC know what them I do. This is where JCDC is literally the backbone of Jamaica's culture in so many ways that I don't think people understand and appreciate.
Yeah, they don't.
It's a lot of work, and I know it rough sometimes, but those of JCDC are changing lives.
So did everybody get like a gift basket and all this
Yeah,
stuff?
it's a nationals
About
though.
that.
Nationals, big up nationals. We get gift basket from Jurgens, we get from not National Excelsior, we got from I believe it's Playtex. We'll get gift basket. We went to, cause we had our courtesy call, so we went to courtesy call. We got packages also. We get enough gift baskets. I had so many containers of sanitary napkin. I gave a lot away, and then to top it off, Brescia made a signature bag. So they don't make handbags. Full stop. I think they should. Brescia, you should. But the 13 girls got a Brescia bag. And me I tell them I have a Brescia bag. And people see it and they say, oh my God, Brescia does handbag. I said, no, it's a special edition for the Festival of Queens of 2022.
Oh gosh. So Kingston and St. Andrews won. They didn't put Kingston and then St.
Yeah, no, so Kingston and St. Andrews won.
Okay, interesting.
So that's how it's done. But yeah, man, they give us surprises. Everybody feel good when you're done. It's a lovely experience. And then I think another takeaway from this entire thing is, and I tell you, said the sisterhood and the bond was strong when the question and answer was done. Charmaine, which is Miss Trelawney at the time, she come and she said, guys, when Melanie go in, everybody do this. That this or this. She said, everybody will go to the heart something when she win because, but I don't think Melanie knew that we're doing it because I don't think she realized that Tremaine was saying everybody will go into this. And you see, after them, I know the top three, so third, second, and then time for the crown.
Yes.
And if you look back on the video, all of us love was celebrating Vel because Vel was literally our girl from the start of it all. Vel was very prepared.
Which parish?
Kingston and St. Andrew.
Wow.
She was very prepared for the pageant and she did not gatekeep.
Wow.
She was prepared, and some of the time she'd be like, okay guys, this is something that you can do. And she was the one that was even leading some of the question and answer segments. She was just there, may I tell you. I don't know how to express how grateful I am for the year I entered and the girls I met.
Wow. You're still friends?
Yeah, the group's still active right now. They even texting the group because guess what? It's Festival Queen time. You know, so we have to watch the show them together and critique and be the judge them. We're the judging panel at we yards. Or so we still talk, we still keep it together.
So there were more pluses than minus. Any disappointment? Of any anticipation and just
there would be disappointment because I was hoping to place, but it's also a competition where I accepted that I didn't even have to make it to the top 5 because I knew the quality of young ladies. So there is disappointment.
But behind the scene, behind the scene, any disappointment where being taken care of, certain anticipation and it just didn't fall through. I mean, you have to travel from St. Thomas, go to Kingston. Transportation, monetary. Anything?
It was costly, and I did foot the bill.
You did?
But yeah, so you go. It was costly to cover some of the things that were needed for the competition, and that's just how pageantry is across the board. And I do think that it is important. Once again, depends on every parish for this one because I know that there might be a bit more investment otherwise. But I think it'd be good for organizers, especially for the national level, for there to be a bit more investment in the queens to ensure that they have what they need. Because it's not for you to look the way that you need to look and be at the place that you need to be to make it to the national. You have to be prepared. You can't wait on them to sort out things for you. You have to go sort it out
for yourself.
You have to get your 10 fits for your courtesy calls. You have to get your gown. You have to whatever you have to do. you get it sorted, because at the end of the day, guess what? You also represented yourself. So things can go downhill. You cannot be prepared, you know?
Okay.
Any other disappointments really? No, because them take care of we big time.
Yes.
So when we're there, we'll get our breakfast, lunch, dinner, then give everything we need. We have our roommates. It's a nice energy, it's a nice vibe. As I said before, we had a really good house mother. I hear some years the house mother super strict, so if you're not ready on time, they're gonna leave you. Not this house mother. This house mother is gonna call you to remind you to, I should go check in, and she'll wait a little longer. She'll give us a little stern talking and say, remember, we need to leave early, but she was just so warm. She was nice. I tell you, could have asked for another house mother.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, how much you give it? 9 or a full 10?
The experience?
Yes.
I'm going to be real. I'm going to give it an 8. I'm going to give it an 8. There's some things that I would not comfortably share because I don't want anybody to particularly be under any fire. So those negative experiences for sure.
You know what they may ask about?
But I'm
glad you not talk about them.
Man, because I know how it works, man. I'm not gonna,
Really try this out.
Leave it right there, because at the end of the day, there was too much good in the pageant and the experience to let these sour moments take away from
them one side, because they know the good come in the bad, right?
Have to.
They have to come in the bad.
It makes you appreciate the good, and I'm very appreciative of the good.
Thank you. Any closing thing you want to say to any young girl who decide that they want to enter a pageant? I mean, I know you've been prepared from going to school, so you want to leave anything with them?
Yes. I've said it many times throughout, and I said to take the chance. Take the chance. You'd be so surprised what you're going to learn about yourself. You're going to be surprised about the extent that you can go. You're going to realize that, like how them say it now, as slang, you're not limited. You understand? You're not limited.
Yes.
In a positive way. There's so much that you can do. And I don't think, if you are able to properly plan for a pageant, do so. So if you're interested in it, don't just say, oh, I'm interested in Festival Queen and I'm from St. Thomas, I'm just going to enter. So no, man, do your research, talk to former queens, ask them about their experiences. What did you do to prepare, and then try to be as thorough as possible. A lot of the shows are online. You can look at the question and answer. You can look at how the queens introduce themselves. You like that introduction, how would you want to introduce yourself? You learn about how the competition functions. It has a talent part here, but what they normally look for talent. You get what I'm saying? So even though you're taking this step, and I'm encouraging you to take the chance on yourself and go out and do this, be prepared. Don't take it lightly, because I'm telling you, even for this year, the way how the competition nice, it remind me of my time when I was in Festival Queen. You see how the competition nice, and it closed. A lot of these girls have been planning for this for years. They just got up yesterday and said they're going to enter, which means that for you to have a fulfilling experience, don't limit yourself to just say, oh, I'm here for the experience and to meet the friends and whatever. No. Go there and put your best foot forward. Be prepared.
Yes.
Be prepared. And then gracious in defeat is very important also.
Yes.
You're not have to win. A one person win.
I'll go in.
So at the end of the day,
be gracious.
Be gracious, be grateful, and do it, man. Do it.
Take away the good from it.
Yeah, man. I think it's worth it. I think it's worth it.
So before we leave or end, I know that you're at the University of the West Indies. Second year?
Well, I'm going into my final year now.
Into final year. What are you studying?
Cultural and creative industries.
Are you the same thing then? You're still in the vein. You're still in the loop.
Yeah.
And where you plan to? I mean, when you graduate, you have any place in mind that you want to go and teach or work?
Oh, so presently I'm a professional host / comedian. But on a serious note, I'm a host, a professional host. I host any type of event. Pageant, wedding, conference, workshop, any events you can think of, concerts. I've done it all. And when I'm done, what I want to do is to continue
that journey
on that hosting trajectory. I do also plan on getting my master's in either cultural studies or IMC when I'm done, because that's where my passion still lies. I still want to be able to make an impact in the policy making here in Jamaica. We have a rich culture.
Yeah.
And endless possibilities. I want to tap in with someone I feel like I can be a part of the group of people that tap in.
Yes.
But yeah, I'm a professional host and I want to keep doing it. I'm an actress. So these are the things that I want. I want to be a creative in it, the fullest form, a full-time creative. That would be my 9 to 5. That's what I want to do next. And there's one more pageant in me, just one more. Till I figure it out completely, you'll hear or you'll see it.
I'll see.
But that's my last pageant after that, but that's me next,
Yes,
you know.
So I'm pretty dressed in Messina, hosting all of these events. You're at home right there, sir.
Yeah, I'm at home when I'm hosting. I think it's a very fulfilling experience.
She is. We saw a lot of stuff that she's doing. If I ask her to come on my video and she starts saying, well, if it is on YouTube, it's on television, if it's on this, I'm not going to say what else.
All right, thank you.
I will never say that, but beautiful personality. She has she's a member of the family. She has everything that you'd want in a host. So if you're keeping your wedding and anything, or you need a nice female to speak, she's right here. You want to leave us with like an email address so people can just stop?
Sure, no problem. Wadsworth hosting at gmail.com. So that's WADSWORTH hosting HOSTING at gmail.com. I'm also the manager of a band, a very good musical band. I don't want to forget
talk about the band, you know. Forget to talk about the band.
A groovement. You hear groovement. I don't have no vowels, you know. GRVMNT. Groovement. Exceptional musicians, exceptional vocalists can elevate any single event. Whatever the event is, whatever your brand is, we will curate that performance to suit you, to make your event memorable. Because that's how we host events, for memories. You get what I'm saying?
Yes,
and movement makes memories. You understand? Keep it moving, keep it nice, keep it mellow, anything you want. Any genre, talented.
She was telling me about the band, and I told her that when the band is 100%, we can talk about it. How we push the band.
I already know what's going on. I already want to write about me. Just make a matter.
You see her? Alright. But we love you. And thanks for coming on Artiste Reasoning.
Yes.
And we know we're going to see you another time, right?
No, for sure. For sure, you're going to see me again.
And next time, alright?
Next time.
Much love. Thanks for sharing your story, alright?
No problem at all. Thank you, guys.
Yes.